Some biologists are predicting that by the end of this century, we may lose half of all species, plants and animals, on the planet. There'll still be plants and animals everywhere, but they'll be the weedy species that can adapt to human-disturbed habitats. Change is happening very, very rapidly, and now with climate change on top of it, it's going to be very difficult for many, many plants and animals to survive.
In the Mayakama foothills of Sonoma County, where abandoned rock quarries once stood, grows one of the world's preeminent botanical gardens. The garden, founded in 1987 by Jane Davenport Jansen, is now a base station for international conservation efforts, a living laboratory for scientific researchers and students, and a tranquil refuge from our increasingly urban way of life.
Bringing people of all ages into the garden and having them learn and see and touch and realize how beautiful and how important these plants are. Hopefully people will go away and realize we need to do everything we can to protect what few wild areas are left.
The Quarryhill Botanical Garden contains one of North America's most important collections of Asian plants grown from wild seed.
There is an extinction crisis happening around the world. Plants and animals are going extinct everywhere. And in areas of dense population like China, the situation is even more severe. So to collect plants, especially plants that are endangered, and get them to researchers and botanic gardens for conservation efforts is extremely important.
Quarryhill makes annual expeditions with partners such as the Royal Botanic Gardens Kew to collect seeds from endangered Asian plants. Seeds and herbarium specimens are then shared with host countries and with renowned botanical institutions. The California Academy of Sciences in San Francisco has a well-established relationship with Quarryhill.
Bill McNamara, who's the director of Quarryhill, is a field associate at the California Academy of Sciences. He goes out every year to collect seeds for Quarryhill Botanical Garden. We encourage him to make specimens and to deposit them.
The California Academy of Sciences' 2 million herbarium specimens comprise the largest collection of vascular plants in the western United States and the 6th largest collection in the country. The Academy's voucher specimens are used for scientific research, for conservation efforts, and for educational endeavors. Quarryhill has played an important role in the collection and conservation of numerous plant species, which include the rare endangered maple Acer Pentaphyllum.
Before Bill McNamara collected Acer Pentaphyllum, we didn't have any collections of it. A specialist from Harvard confirmed that it was properly identified. Harvard has the biggest collection of East Asian and particularly Chinese plants in the United States. They have only 5 collections, and here we look like we've got maybe 20. And theirs are all very old collections, fairly old, collected around World War II or right before World War II.
Botanists now believe that within a decade, the rare maple is destined for extinction. Quarryhill has begun an ambitious conservation project to save the Acer Pentaphyllum. Wild seeds are first cultivated in the Quarryhill nursery. When ready, the Acer Pentaphyllum are carefully planted in a garden grove. It is hoped that seeds produced at Quarryhill will one day aid reforestation projects in China. There are fascinating links between plant types currently extant in Asia and vegetation once native to North America.
Much of Eastern Asia is what's called a refugia. It's really a remnant of plants which occurred much more widely distributed all across Europe, Asia, and North America in earlier times, many millions of years ago.
Many people consider roses the quintessential garden plant. The main influence on modern roses is Chinese roses. So many of the plants that are popular ornamentals in our garden have originated in that part of the world. Peonies that people grow, camellias that people grow, wisterias, lilies, maples, the list just goes on and on and on.
Botanists and horticulturalists have come to recognize Quarryhill among the foremost collections of Asian plants in North America. The conservation of diverse plant life is vital to our existence.
We evolved outside in the natural world with butterflies and toads and conifers. We're completely dependent on the planet around us for our survival. Everything is interconnected, and you need to feel it.